So as I told you earlier, after much speculation, we have it confirmed there will be a cabinet shuffle tomorrow. Pollster John Wright is here to give us some of your insight. Do you think a cabinet shuffle will actually help the Premier and his poor polling?
Well, it depends on who moves and what portfolios that they have. Clearly, you know, some of the impetus for this is coming from caucus because they feel burned by some of the players in this. It may be, you know, the autism file. It may be the rollout of the budget. There may be some issues dealing with the municipality. They may want to have a different kind of voice when it comes to dealing with teachers. I mean, there's a whole range of things. So there's on one side is a response to caucus, who's hearing this at the ground level. The other side is to see whether or not there's going to be a change in how issues are basically approached pragmatically by this government going forward. So I think there's two things going on here, and we're trying to read a lot into the tea leaves right now. It may be minor, it may be bigger. We'll find out in the morning.
But does it need to do more than change cabinet members? Does it need a massive shuffle and reset on how it's approaching matters, how it is dealing with people and communicating its issues?
Well, every organization that is involved in getting elected and coming to Queen's Park, in fact, takes about this length of time to change some things and get people who know how to govern in place rather than just being political campaigners. My sense is that this is the time, clearly, especially with the polls the way they are. But the real issue for this government is not shuffling chairs and people around. The real issue is how are you going to actually put a tone to this government? How are you going to position the Premier on this? How are you going to deal with those issues going forward? Because if only the people are changing but not the tone and the message and the implementation, nothing is going to change.
And this government has a harsher tone than what this province is used to with the Liberal government for 15 years.
Well, yeah. I mean, people in this province were looking for a pragmatic situation to go forward. Let's remember that there's a base of people who elected this government, probably around 26 to 28%, who really wanted this government to go into power because they believe forthrightly what they stand for. Then there's about another 12 to 14% who said, you know what, I don't want Kathleen Wynne. I think I can have a progressive conservative in place. I'll go with that. That is the group that's left them, and they need them back. And, you know, I think it's basically they're going to have to come back in the fall with a different tone and a different positioning.
Softer tone.
Yeah, you know what? You got to have a relationship with voters. You can't just hammer them over the heads.
John Wright, always great to talk to you. Thank
Pleasure.
you very much.